I'm joined by Hugo Vliegen, one of our VPs of product management here at Cisco, and by Felix Schwarz, who is with DACHSER SC as well. You just came off stage right now, so thank you for taking some time to be here. How's it going today?
That's great.
Great. Felix? All good.
Really good.
All good. Yeah, I saw it was really busy, which is really great to hear, like talking about zero trust, which is really important as well these days. Now, Hugo, I'm going to start with you. AI traffic looks very different than it used to be, right? How are we at Cisco with the SD-WAN solution looking at the future with that in terms of how are we now prioritizing requests? How are we optimizing? How are we kind of dealing with these new requirements?
Yeah, so one thing is that over the last 2-3 years, the industry has been working on building the AI factory, the AI data centers, and now AI is coming where people work. Right, so we see a lot of experimentation happening, and we have, for example, customers with robots in the warehouse. And what we're seeing from this, that AI is going to be multimodal. It's video, it's stacks, it's control system, audio system, and so there's a combination from very high bandwidth. But the other thing what we start seeing is that AI applications are chatty. Especially if you have agents working together, there's a huge chatty aspects to it. So we see a lot of requirements in terms of how you can control the latency, right? And the other aspect is as well, there are a lot of new apps, so how do you deal with all these different unknown apps and classify them rapidly? So what we're seeing is that there's a lot about how you can detect it. So we have capabilities in SD-WAN to detect AI traffic and apply policy to it and make sure that latency and performance are up to the level of that particular AI application on the network.
Because I can imagine that many of our customers, like they might be at different stages of adopting AI, of bringing that into their organizations. They might see different challenges, like it's very industry specific potentially. How are we making sure that like with this platform approach, how are we making sure that we meet customers really like where they are rather than trying to push them into a certain direction? Yeah,
it's all evolutionary. So you can take Cisco SD-WAN and you can upgrade it with more security, or you can upgrade it with more capabilities in order to detect apps, treat apps. There's no forklift to it. You can as well different models, how people work together, SecOps, NetOps, and we create an environment so depending on how you work, whether you can do everything from your SD-WAN manager, or you can have a integration with Cisco Security Cloud Control where SecOps and NetOps can work together. So there's no forklift to it. It's actually a bunch of Lego blocks where you can bring together when you need it, right? And the same with cloud management, cloud or on-prem, is all very evolutionary.
I love how you said forklift because, like, Felix, you are in logistics, right? In terms of how, and the logistics is a lot about reliability, like getting goods from one side to the other. People are depending on you or on the company. How is Cisco helping you to do that from an application, like not the logistics part, right, but like the technical part, from an application performance, from a user experience, like from many other parts? Like, how are you experiencing that as one of our customers?
So basically for us, it's very important that we have a partner with which we can really trust and rely on, because we are operating in more than 43 different countries and we are very critical for some of these infrastructures. So therefore, it's very important that we also have a kind of end-to-end visibility, and this is only happen if we have one vendor there. So if we're talking about connectivity, we also have SD-WAN, we have switching, we have Wi-Fi, but we also have the security stack there to really make it sure that everything is secure and connected. So for us, it's really, really important that we have a global partner. And therefore, on the market, for me, there's only one choice, because in the past, we were really, really successful with Cisco, and Cisco helps us to really be on track and making sure that we can reach the company's goal to be the most digitalized logistics provider by 2030.
Awesome, and maybe also, like you did it during the keynote, a shout out to the account team from Cisco, who seems to be working very, very closely with you in partnership to really bring these business outcomes to DACHSER. I think as well, like just shifting, well, staying on the same topic, but like this is just a start, right, guys? Like this is just AI. Like, I mean, 2 years ago it was there, but now with all these models and agents and so on, like what are you most excited about? And I would love to hear from both of you about what's coming next in terms of AI and networking security.
So there will be a lot of innovation. and I see that customers bring a lot more finesse and insights to where any process and where people work. So I think I'm just in general excited about being part of an area where we innovate, right? And some of the things what I see happening is that good enough networking is changing because we have a time that the internet was good enough. What I see coming back, that latency is super important, as well as I cannot wait for tying network policies and security policies against an identity, right? So if you think about users, I can apply to you have access to X, you need this and this performance. Now, all of that technology abstracted on an intent level is coming as well to apps and to some agents like API. So it's super exciting from a technology point of view, how you create value for customers where things become simpler. And a lot of these policies being abstracted on an identity level, but as well the visibility, the troubleshooting of that is becoming more on a systems level versus you go product by product. So I'm just excited to bring all these experiences together, and the world keeps changing and innovating.
Yeah, we never know what's going to happen in like the next 5 years. Felix, for you, like what is on top of your mind?
So I would close on Hugo, because for me it's also the operation, the visibility in general, which I see there would be a huge potential. But also, if we're thinking about security and connectivity, I see that we are now enforcing security policies on nearly every network layer. So also maybe in the future somehow on a satellite connectivity. So all of these are there. Therefore, I see really a huge potential in the AI area. And I hope that Cisco is our partner there also in the future, and we can make it successful like we did this session in the past, Hugo.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Hugo. Thank you so much, Felix. And also thank you for being a customer and trusting our brand. We're going to go back to the studio right now where Steve is with Amy, and we'll see you again soon here at the center stage.